Today, we're exploring the rarest kind of movie ending, the one where evil actually wins. Usually heroes save the day and justice prevails. But sometimes filmmakers choose a darker path, allowing the villain to succeed and leaving audiences stunned long after the credits roll. These endings are bold, unforgettable, and often far more haunting than a traditional happy ending. Today, we're counting down the top 10 villains who truly won. Let's get into it. Number 10. Ozymandias.
Millions of lives were suddenly ended in an act of evil perpetrated by Dr. Manhattan himself.
Adrian Veidt, also known as Ozymandias, is one of the most brilliant villains ever conceived. He believes humanity is on the brink of nuclear self-destruction, and his solution is horrifying. He orchestrates a global catastrophe to force the world's nations to unite in peace. Millions die, but the surviving world finally stops fighting. What makes his victory legendary is that the heroes arrive too late. Ozymandias reveals he executed his plan 35 minutes before they even walked into the room. There is nothing left to stop. Because exposing the truth would only restart the war, the heroes are trapped in a conspiracy of silence. He wins because he forces everyone to choose between morality and survival. Number 9. Paimon and the Cult, Hereditary. One of the most disturbing endings in modern horror belongs to the cult in Hereditary. The true villains aren't just supernatural forces, but a secret society meticulously manipulating a family from the shadows. Throughout the film, the Graham family appears to be cursed by tragedy. However, as the story unfolds, we learn that every horrifying event was a ritualistic step. Their goal is to summon the Demon King, Paimon, into a human host. By the final moments, the family is destroyed, and the cult successfully crowns their king. In this world, evil doesn't just win, it takes total control. Number 8. Li Wujin from Oldboy. Oldboy delivers a twisted victory that is purely psychological. The mastermind, Li Wujin, doesn't seek money or power, he seeks a specific, devastating revenge. After being humiliated years earlier, Wu Jin spends decades building an elaborate trap for the protagonist, Oh Dae-soo. When the truth is finally revealed, Dae-soo discovers he has been manipulated into a nightmare so taboo it permanently shatters his soul. Wu Jin's revenge was completed long before the hero even understood the game. Even though Wu Jin chooses to end his own life, he dies knowing he won absolutely. Number 7. John Doe from Seven.
After this, I'm gone.
No big surprise.
Detective!
You're looking for me.
Few villains have delivered an ending as unforgettable as John Doe. Calm, intelligent, and deeply nihilistic, Doe believes society has become a moral wasteland. His murders are designed as sermons based on the 7 deadly sins. The detectives believe they are chasing a madman, but Doe is always 5 steps ahead. In the shocking finale, he manipulates Detective Mills into a state of pure rage, forcing Mills to become the final sin, Wrath. Doe didn't need to survive to win. His victory was ideological. He proved that even the best of us can be broken. Number 6. Amy Dunn from Gone Girl.
Nick and Amy will be gone, but then we never really existed. Nick loved a girl I was pretending to be.
Amy Dunn is a chillingly realistic villain. She uses no magic or superpowers, only high intelligence and total sociopathic control. After discovering her husband Nick's betrayal, Amy stages her own disappearance and frames him for her murder. She turns the entire nation against him while she hides in plain sight. Even when her plans go sideways, she adapts perfectly. She returns home as a miracle survivor, reclaims public sympathy, and traps Nick in a marriage built on fear. Nick knows exactly who she is, but it doesn't matter. Amy owns the narrative, the child, and the future. Number 5. Anton Chigurh, No Country for Old Men.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
Sir?
The most you ever lost on a coin toss.
Anton Chigurh feels less like a man and more like an unstoppable force of nature. Armed with a strange moral code and a captive bolt pistol, Chigurh hunts anyone connected to a stash of stolen money. What makes his victory so haunting is the lack of a traditional climax. There is no heroic showdown. The protagonist is killed off-screen, and the sheriff retires in defeat, realizing the world has become too brutal for him to comprehend. Chigurh recovers the money and simply walks away. In this story, darkness doesn't flicker, it just keeps moving forward. Number 4. Kaiser Soze, The Usual Suspects. The final twist of The Usual Suspects is a masterclass in manipulation. For the entire film, the legendary Kaiser Soze is described as a myth, a criminal mastermind so ruthless that even gangsters fear his name. The audience believes they are watching a harmless, crippled man named Verbal Kint tell the story of Soze's crimes. But as Kint walks out of the police station, his limp vanishes, his palsied hand straightens, and the detective realizes too late that he was talking to Soze the entire time. Intelligence defeats the law, and the truth only emerges once the villain has already vanished. Number 3. Thanos from Avengers Infinity War. When Infinity War ended, audiences were stunned because the big bad actually succeeded. In a genre defined by heroic triumph, Marvel allowed Thanos to win completely. He believed that overpopulation would eventually destroy the universe, and his solution was a cosmic genocide. Despite the combined efforts of Earth's mightiest heroes, they couldn't stop him. Thanos snaps his fingers, and half of all life turns to dust. For one unforgettable moment in cinema history, the heroes were utterly powerless against a villain with a singular, unwavering will. Number 2. Hannibal Lecter from The Silence of the Lambs.
People will say we're in love.
While Hannibal Lecter isn't the primary antagonist of The Silence of the Lambs, he is undoubtedly its most dangerous presence. Brilliant and terrifyingly perceptive, Lecter manipulates everyone from behind a glass wall. Clarice Starling may catch Buffalo Bill, but Lecter is the one who truly escapes. Through a combination of genius-level planning and extreme brutality, he stages a gruesome escape from custody. The film ends with him as a free man casually hunting his next victim. Evil wasn't stopped, it was simply unleashed. Number 1. Raul Silva from Skyfall.
I made my own choices.
You think you did? That's her genius.
Raul Silva takes our top spot because his victory was deeply personal. He didn't want world domination. He wanted revenge against M, the woman he felt betrayed him. Silva successfully dismantled MI6's security, exposed their deep cover agents, and forced the entire organization into chaos. Every move Bond made was anticipated by Silva. In the end, while Silva is killed, he achieves his ultimate goal. M dies in Bond's arms. He destroyed the woman he hated and the home Bond loved. Silva didn't care about surviving. He cared about winning, and he succeeded entirely. And those are the top 10 villains who actually won. Some conquered worlds, others shattered minds, and all of them proved that sometimes the bad guy is just better at the game. Which of these victories shocked you the most? And who did I miss? Let me know your picks in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.